Oh, my dear, I know you. I see the way you move through this world, giving and giving, pouring yourself out like a river that never runs dry. You wear kindness like a second skin, offering warmth to those who stand in the cold, lifting burdens that were never yours to carry. You smile through your own storms, wipe tears that aren't your own, and whisper words of comfort while your own heart aches in silence. But let me tell you something, my dear. You were not born to be the world's healer while letting yourself bleed. You were not sent here to be drained by those who take without giving, who call upon your kindness but never return it, who mistake your gentleness for weakness and your heart for something to be used. I know you have been taught that kindness is the highest virtue, that to love is to serve, that to be good is to be selfless. And yes, kindness is a gift, a beautiful, sacred. But when your kindness becomes a currency that others spend freely while you are left empty handed, when your love becomes a burden that only you are carrying, when your spirit bends under the weight of always being the one who understands, who forgives, who stays, oh my dear, that is not kindness. That is sacrifice. And you were not put on this earth to be sacrificed. There comes a time when you must ask yourself, who is kind to me? Who carries my burdens? Who stays when I am the one who needs a shoulder, a hand, a heart that holds mine with care? Because kindness, my dear, is not meant to be poured out until you are left with nothing. Kindness is not meant to be given away at the cost of your own joy, your own peace, your own life. And so I tell you now, with all the love of my heart, stop being kind to everyone. Stop giving your heart to those who would break it without a second thought. Stop offering your hands to those who would leave you grasping at air when you reach for them in return. Stop setting yourself on fire to keep others warm, only to be left in the ashes of your own exhaustion. Oh, my dear, it is time. It is time to guard your kindness like the precious thing it is. It is time to give with wisdom, to love with care, to offer yourself not to everyone, but to those who see you, cherish you. It is time to understand that kindness is not the absence of boundaries, it is the presence of self respect. Because you, my dear, deserve the same love you so freely give. Small blue diamond, and now listen to me closely because this is where truth meets your heart. Small blue diamond, if you've ever felt exhausted by your own kindness, hear me now. Small blue diamond, and let me tell you what they don't teach you about being too kind. Small blue diamond, this is where we separate the truth from the lie you've been told. The small blue diamond, if you take nothing else from this, take this truth with you. Oh, my dear, you have been told all your life that kindness is a virtue, that to be good is to be generous, to be giving, to be. They taught you that a kind heart is a strong heart, that love should flow without limits, without conditions, without expectation. They praised you for always being the one who says yes, the one who forgives, the one who understands, the one who's staying hurts. And so you made kindness your calling card. You gave and gave, thinking that love would return to you in the same way. You let others lean on you, thinking one day when you needed them, they would be there to hold you up. You bent over backward to make others comfortable, to keep the peace, to be the one who never caused trouble, never asked for too much, never made demands. But tell me, my dear, after all of this, where do you stand? After all the love you have given, all the times you put others first, all the moments you swallowed your own needs so that someone else could be happy, who has done the same for you, or has made sure you are okay, who has poured into your cup the way you have poured into theirs. You see, kindness is not the problem. Kindness is a beautiful thing. Oh, my dear, listen to me now, and listen well. Your energy is precious. It is sacred. It is not something to be handed out like loose change, given away freely to anyone who asks, anyone who demands, anyone who simply stands in your presence and reaches for it. Because not everyone deserves it. Not everyone will honor it. Not everyone will cherish the light that you carry inside of you. But I know you. I know the way your heart works. You were raised to believe that being a good person means being available, being open, being willing to give yourself to anyone who needs. You were taught that to love is to give and to give is to prove your worth. And so you have spent your life offering your energy to anyone who asks friends who only call when they need something, family who drains your spirit with their endless demands, lovers who take your heart but never truly hold it with care. And what has it left you with? Exhaustion, emptiness? That aching feeling in your bones that whispers, I am tired, I am drained, I have nothing left to give. And yet you still give. Because you believe it is your duty, because you have been made to feel that to withhold your energy is to be cruel, to say no is to be unkind, to walk away is to be heartless. But let me tell you something, my dear. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone is entitled to the love you so freely give. Not everyone should have access to your time, your thoughts, your soul, because your energy is a gift, not an obligation. And the ones who truly deserve it, they will never demand it from you. They will never take without giving in return. They will never make you feel like your worth is tied to how much you can sacrifice for them. You see, the world is full of takers, people who will see your kindness, your compassion, your generosity, and they will take advantage of it. They will drain you like a well with no bottom, always coming back for more, always expecting you to give without hesitation, without question, without limit. And if you let them, they will leave you empty, depleted, wondering why you feel so exhausted even when you're surrounded by people. And the worst part? Some of these people do not even realize they are doing it. Some of them have spent their whole lives taking from others, never stopping to consider what it costs. Some of them believe that because you have always been there, you will always be there. Some of them mistake your kindness for weakness, assuming that just because you give freely, you have nothing you need in return. But oh, my dear, you do need something in return. You need reciprocity. You need to be surrounded by people who do not just take, but also give. People who do not just expect, but appreciate. People who do not just lean on you, but stand beside you when you need them, because energy is not infinite. It is not something you can pour out without ever refilling. And when you give too much to the wrong people, you will find yourself running on empty, lost in the depths of your own exhaustion, wondering why you feel so drained, so unseen, so unappreciated. And I know walking away feels hard. Setting boundaries feels unnatural. Saying no feels like breaking a rule you were never meant to break. But my dear, let me tell you something that will change the way you see yourself. You do not owe anyone your energy. You do not owe them your time. You do not owe them your peace. And if someone makes you feel that you do, if someone guilts you for protecting yourself, if someone acts as though their happiness is your responsibility, then hear me now. They were never worthy of your energy in the first place. Because the ones who truly love you, they will understand when you say, I cannot give right now. They will respect when you say, I need space to recharge. They will not make you feel guilty for taking care of yourself, for protecting your peace, for choosing where and how you spend your energy. And so, my dear, it is time to reclaim what is yours. It is time to recognize that not everyone deserves access to you. It is time to stop allowing people to drain you, to stop feeling guilty for walking away from those who only take, to stop believing that your worth is tied to how much of yourself you can sacrifice. Because the truth is, you deserve people who pour into you the way you pour into. You deserve relationships that lift you, not ones that weigh you down. You deserve friendships that bring you joy, not ones that exhaust you. You deserve to feel valued, appreciated, and loved, not just for what you can give, but for who you are. And so, my dear, let me leave you with this. Your energy is precious. Your soul is sacred. Your time is valuable. And not everyone deserves to have access to them. So protect yourself, set your boundaries. Guard your spirit and remember choosing yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. Oh, my dear, let me tell you something that will change the way you see the world. There are people out there who will take from you until you are nothing but a shadow of the person you once were. They will take your kindness, your patience, your love, your time, your energy. You have nothing left to give. And even then, when you are drained, exhausted, empty, they will still reach for more. You see, there are two kinds of people in this world, givers and takers. And you, my dear, have always been a giver. It is in your nature to pour yourself into others, to uplift, to support, to heal, to nurture. You have been the light in the darkness for so many. You have held people together when they were falling apart. You have been the safe place, the warm embrace, the understanding soul. But what happens when the givers keep giving and the takers keep taking? What happens when you are left standing in the ruins of your own generosity, wondering where all your strength is gone? What happens when you wake up one day and realize that you have spent so much time taking care of others that you have forgotten to take care of yourself? Oh, my dear, let me tell you what happens. You become tired in a way that sleep cannot fix. You become drained in a way that no amount of rest can heal. You lose parts of yourself that you may never get back, and all because you believed that love meant giving endlessly, that kindness meant never saying no, that being a good person meant putting yourself last. But love is not meant to drain you. Love is not meant to leave you empty. Love is not meant to feel like a debt that you must constantly repay. If you find yourself in relationships, whether they be romantic, platonic, or familial, where you are always the one giving, where you are always the one carrying the weight, where you are always the one sacrificing while others simply take, then hear me now. That is not kindness. That is not balance. Because some people, my dear, will take from you without a second thought. They will not ask if you are okay. They will not check to see if you have anything left to give. They will not pause to consider that you too have needs, that you too need to be loved, that you too deserve the same care and consideration that you so freely give to others. And the hardest part, these people are not always cruel, they are not always obvious. Sometimes they come disguised as friends, as lovers, as family, as people who say they love you but only show up when they need something. Sometimes they come with smiles and sweet words, with gentle touches and whispered promises. Sometimes they make you feel special, needed, important, until you realize that their affection is conditional, that their love only exists when you are useful to them. And oh, my dear, when you realize this, it will break something inside of you. Because you will wonder, how could they not see? How could they not understand that you too are human? How could they take so much from you and never think to give anything in return? But let me tell you something, my dear. It is not your job to teach people how to love you. It is not your job to beg for reciprocity. It is not your job to keep giving in the hope that one day they will wake up and realize your worth. Because the truth is, people who take without giving do not suddenly change. They do not wake up one day and decide to start pouring into you the way you have poured into them. No, my dear. If someone has taken from you without giving back, if someone has drained your energy without a second thought, if someone has made you feel like you are only valuable when you are useful to them, then they will continue to do so as long as you allow it. Because takers do not stop taking until the giver says enough. And so, my dear, it is time to say enough. It is time to recognize that your love, your time, your energy, they are not infinite resources. You cannot keep giving to those who do not give back. You cannot keep watering gardens that will never bloom for you. You cannot keep setting yourself on fire to keep others warm, only to be left in the cold when you need warmth yourself. Because, my dear, you deserve better. You deserve love that is given freely, not love that must be earned. You deserve relationships that lift you up, not ones that leave you drained. You deserve people who see you, who cherish you, who do not just take, but give. And so, my dear, if you have been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you have been waiting for permission to walk away, this is it. If you have been wondering whether it is okay to stop giving to those who do not appreciate you, this is your answer. Yes, it is okay to walk away. Yes, it is okay to stop giving. Yes, it is okay to choose yourself. Because, my dear, if you do not protect your own heart, if you do not guard your own energy, if you do not stop the takers before they drain you completely. So say it with me now, enough. Oh, my dear, I know what they have told you. I know the way they shaped you, molded you, made you believe that being a good person means always saying yes. That kindness is measured by your ability to be available, to be accommodating, to be agreeable. They taught you that to love is to sacrifice, to give until you have nothing left, to put everyone else's needs before your own. And so you learned to say yes when you wanted to say no. You learned to swallow your discomfort, to push aside your exhaustion, to silence the voice inside of you that whispered, "This is too much." You became the one who always showed up, always stayed, always made space, even when it meant shrinking yourself. But let me ask you something, my dear. What has all that saying yes done to you? What has it cost you? Has it left you feeling loved, respected, cherished? Or has it left you drained, weary, wondering why you feel so stretched thin, so invisible, so unappreciated? Because let me tell you something that will change your life. Saying no is not cruel. It's necessary. Oh, I know they made you believe that setting boundaries is selfish, that turning people down is mean, that choosing yourself is wrong. But let me tell you something, my dear. That is a lie. A lie meant to keep you small. A lie meant to make you believe that your worth is tied to your usefulness, that your value comes from how much you can give. But your worth is not measured by how much of yourself you sacrifice. Your value is not defined by how much you can endure. And love, true, honest, unconditional love, does not demand that you betray yourself to keep others happy. You see, my dear, people will take as much as you let them. They will come to you with their hands outstretched, their expectations high, their needs endless. They will call you at all hours, asking for your time, your energy, your attention. They will place their burdens on your shoulders, expecting you to carry them without question. And if you do not stop them, if you do not set limits, if you do not learn to say no, they will take and take until there is nothing left of you. But here's the thing, my dear. The ones who truly love you, the ones who truly see you, the ones who truly deserve you. They will never ask you to give more than you can. They will never make you feel guilty for protecting your peace. They will never resent you for saying no. Because no is not rejection. No is not unkindness. No is not cruelty. No is self respect. No is knowing your limits. No is understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup, that you cannot give endlessly without replenishing yourself, that you cannot be everything to everyone without losing yourself in the process. And my dear, hear me when I say this. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to say no to people who drain you. You are allowed to say no to relationships that no longer serve you. You are allowed to say no to obligations that steal your joy. You are allowed to say no to guilt, to manipulation, to the idea that you must always be available, always be accommodating, always be the one who gives and gives. Because saying no does not make you a bad person. It makes you a person who values themselves. It makes you a person who understands their worth. It makes you a person who refuses to be depleted for the sake of others who do not reciprocate, who do not appreciate, who do not see you as more than a resource to be used. And yes, my dear, some people will not like your no. Some people will be angry. Some people will try to guilt you, try to make you feel as though you are wrong, as though you are selfish, as though you owe them your time, your energy, your life. But let me tell you something. The only people who get upset when you set boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. And those people, my dear, those people do not deserve access to you. So say it with me now. No, I cannot. I will not. No, not today. No, not anymore. Because saying no is not just about refusing others. It is about choosing yourself. And you, my dear, deserve to be chosen. Oh, my dear, I know your heart. I know the way it aches when you see someone in pain. I know the way your hands reach out instinctively, the way your soul refuses to turn away. You were made to care, to nurture, to heal. You were born with the kind of love that does not count the cost, that does not ask for anything in return, that gives simply because it is in your nature to do so. But my dear, let me tell you something that will break your heart before it sets you free. You cannot save everyone. No matter how much you give, no matter how much you try. Oh, I know what they told you. I know they made you believe that if you just love hard enough, if you just try long enough, if you just give more, sacrifice more, endure more, then you can fix them. You can change them. You can make them see, make them heal, make them whole. But my dear, hear me now. It is not your job to save people. It is not your job to fix someone who refuses to heal. It is not your job to carry someone who will not walk on their own. It is not your job to pour yourself empty in the hopes that they will one day choose to be full. Because, my dear, people do not change just because you love them. People do not heal just because you break yourself in the process. People do not become better just because you refuse to give up on them, and I know that is hard to hear. I know it feels like a betrayal of everything you believe in because you have always been the one who stayed, the one who gave chance after chance, the one who saw the good even when no one else did. The one who carried people through storms, who held them together when they were falling apart, who whispered, I believe in you even when they had given up on themselves. But my dear, let me ask you this. Who has carried you? Who has stayed when you were the one drowning? Who has given to you as freely as you have given to them? Who has poured into you the way you have poured into everyone else? Because love, true love, healthy love, love that does not leave you shattered, it is not supposed to be one-sided. It is not supposed to be a battle where you are the only one fighting. It is not supposed to feel like you are holding everything together while the other person simply watches. And yet, how many times have you been the one who cared more, the one who gave more? The one who stayed when every part of you was screaming to walk away. Oh, my dear, I know what it is to love someone who cannot love themselves. I know what it is to fight for someone who refuses to fight for themselves. I know what it is to believe in someone so deeply, so fiercely that you convince yourself that your love alone will be enough. But hear me now, love is not enough when the other person is not willing to change. You cannot heal someone who refuses to face their wound. You cannot pull someone from the darkness if they insist on staying there. You cannot make someone choose you when they have already chosen their own destruction. And, my dear, that is not your failure. That is not proof that you did not love them hard enough, try long enough, fight fiercely enough. That is simply the truth that you were never meant to carry someone else's healing. Because healing is a choice, change is a choice. Growth is a choice, and those choices cannot be made for someone else, no matter how much you love them. And yes, my dear, I know walking away feels impossible. I know you fear what will happen to them if you stop holding them together. I know you worry that without you, they will fall apart completely. But my dear, hear me now. You are not responsible for saving people from themselves. You are not responsible for sacrificing your peace, your joy, your life just to keep someone else afloat. Because love is not supposed to cost you everything. Love is not supposed to be a battlefield where you are the only one fighting. Love is not supposed to leave you broken, exhausted, and wondering why the weight of someone else's choices become your burden to bear. And so, my dear, it is time to let go. It is time to understand that walking away does not mean you did not love them. It does not mean you did not try. It does not mean you have failed. Walking away simply means you have finally realized the truth that your love cannot fix someone who refuses to be free. And you, my dear, deserve to be free. My dear, you have spent so much of your life giving, sacrificing, and pouring your love into others. But now it is time to pour into yourself. It is time to understand that kindness does not mean allowing yourself to be used, that love does not mean endless suffering, and that true strength is knowing when to walk away. You are not responsible for saving everyone. You are not obligated to say yes when your heart is begging you to say no. You are allowed to choose yourself, to protect your peace, to set boundaries that honor your worth. Because, my dear, your kindness is a gift, not a debt to be collected. And the people who truly deserve your love will never ask you to destroy yourself to prove it.